Well, my friends, Simon Miller here from yet another strange hotel location. Now, this video is not going to be the usual ups and downs I would like it to be. In fact, due to what I'm going to tell you, I need to speed up. Essentially, where I am in the world right now, they haven't really discovered Wi-Fi. So how the hell I'm going to get this video uploaded, I don't know. So we're going to have to take all the matches and we're going to have to scrunch them down into like a teeny little explanation. And then hopefully when I'm back, I can do a proper video. So I did just want to apologize. If you just want the headlines, AEW Dynamite Grand Slam was a wonderful show. I had such a good time. Let's up those downs. So we do indeed start with Eddie Kingston taking on Claudio Castagnoli for all the championships. And we had the Ring of Honor World title on the line and we had the NJPW Strong Open title on the line. And all you needed for this is for Eddie Kingston to, one, be accepted by his hometown of New York, and oh my gosh, they went crazy for him, and two, for old Ed to finally get his moment, which he did. I looked off into the distance and I thought to myself, damn it, I'm going to cry. They also just smashed each other with suplexes and hit each other in the face so damn hard, and honestly, Eddie Kingston is totally underrated, one of the best wrestlers that has been working over the last 15 years, and it is the same for Claudio Castagnoli. This guy can do anything you ask him to do, and also, I mean this, from the bottom of my Tootsie Toes, nobody in history has hit a better Sagat uppercut than him. There's also this terrific near fall after Claudio had gone for the power bomb, and Eddie of all things done a Hurricane Rana into the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment, the surprise roll-up, and then eventually at the end, Eddie was so damn tired, but he smashed Castagnoli with the back elbow. He hit his own bomb of power, and he got the 1, 2, 3. And it also means he is now the Ring of Honor World Champion. And given how much he did for that promotion and the fact he wanted to be a New Japan champion, and he is at the same time, dreams come true, kids. Believe in yourself. You can do it. Eddie Kingston can do it. He's a hero. AEW World Champion in 2024. Doesn't just get an up, gets golden up. And then we went straight from this into goofy wrestling. I mean, some people say it's for life. We were in the hospital with Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, and Roderick Schrock, who was just laying there like he was on his deathbed, as they read him get well soon cards. I thought to myself, yep, that's it. This is the best wrestling show of the year. Adam Cole soon walked in. The Kingdom were like, oh, well, surprise, surprise. You've come now just when we have to leave to go to the show. And Adam was there for about 8 seconds and went, sorry, Roddy, I've got to go too. So I agree with you, Strong. What a crappy friend. This was made even worse for Roderick because, of course, Adam Cole was going to support MJF in the main event of Grand Slam. And they did this amazing bit where they basically fell out just as Adam was leaving. Roderick did that thing where he goes, me, at the hotel bed, local medical facility bed, kind of gets into an inclined position, and then he went, just leave. I'm absolutely giving this an up. It made me laugh, and the story is getting every single character over. It's almost like this is how wrestling works. We then had an interview with Christian Cage and Luchasaurus, and they did two things. First of all, Christian told us that come Rampage, him and his Dino friend are going to beat Darby Allin and Sting. But then on Collision, he wants a three-way with the championship on the line. And of course, you can guess the competitors. It will be Darby, the Dino, and Christian. But it'd be funnier if it was 3Ds. So let's just go with Darby, the Dino, and the Dad Hunter. I shouldn't have done it. But do you know what could happen in a triple threat? Christian Cage could pin Darby Allin and actually become the TNT champion for real. Hell, he could pin the T-Rex too. So once again, we are just planting seeds. So damn excited. So I do think that's going to rule. And do you know what else ruled? Sammy Guerrero versus Chris Jericho. Round of applause, my friends. You worked us all. So after they had beat Aussie Open and then fell out, everyone was like, oh man, well, they're just going to get back together and go after the tag team titles like they had said they were going to do. And I bought into this too, because I was like, well, that's why they must have beaten the Australians. But once again, this is outthinking us. I love it when I get worked. Sammy was also playing tribute to old school Jericho constantly throughout all of this. I mean, he even came out with like a flashy vest. And you need to watch this mostly for, well, one, all the damn reversals and counters they did. But two, as promised, they hit each other so hard in the face. I think Chris Jericho has decided it is time for Sammy Guevara to fly. I mean, he does that literally, but now figuratively. It's why he did this insane cutter from the top rope that had me going all oogly boogly, and we started doing the 1-2 oohs so early on that I was like, man, I don't actually think I know who's going to win here, because Jericho shouldn't win, because Sammy needs the W, but Jericho has lost a lot recently. What am I doing? So instead what we did is we came up with the greatest finish you could ever hope for, because Sammy Guevara went for the shooting star press. He went right into the code breaker, and Chris Jericho pinned him for the 1, 2, 3. And afterwards, Chris was like, my friend, now we can shake hands. This was the night of handshakes, as you will find out. And just when it looked like Guevara was about to do it, he decided, no, I have seen your feud with Shawn Michaels back in the day. He booted him right in the balls, and Sam has gone mega here. We know this too because Don Callis came out going, well, I'm so happy to have you, so he is in the family. Honestly, I had high expectations anyway, cutting myself off. But the bar was up here, and I think they exceeded it. Now is the time to pull the trigger with Sammy Guevara. And this Chris Jericho, was he like 52 years old? And he still continues to produce. It's absolutely incredible. It's getting it up. MJF and Adam Cole then arrived at the building, and MJF told us he's going to smash Samoa Joe's skull in, so pull down the crime counter. It goes up by 1. And of course, Joe's biggest mistake throughout all of this is that he tried to take away MJF's title, but he also tried to take away his best friend. Got water in my seeing devices again. The best part, though, is that just as Max Hell was about to hit his big go-home line, Adam Cole's phone went off. That's right, it was Roderick Strong. I mean, it's just so clever because it is this massive love triangle. And Friedman sold this a bit like, are you actually going to take this call? Adam was like, I've got to take this call. And he walked off. So you could just tell that somebody is going to murk the other, but we don't know who. They are all absolutely killing this though, so I am going to give it an up. It's like any good TV show. Do I want to see what's going to happen? Yes. And then I had this quick skip with Don Callis and Sammy Guevara as well, because Rennie Paquette was like, will you give us answers? And they wouldn't. I was like, Rennie, I'll give you answers. They're definitely together. I mean, they're hanging out playing Nintendo. They also bumped into Danny Garcia here, and even though it looked like there was some tension between Dan and Sam, Callis was all like, no, his dance and his groin region and him are money, so is he going to join the Don Callis family? I don't really think that he should. I mean, he could do. Anybody could join. An elephant could. I just kind of think we should keep these two separate now. We watch this space. When we did indeed get to Jon Moxley versus Fenix for the international title, and let's just talk about it. As Metallica once said, nothing else matters. Because if you haven't seen this, essentially at some point during the match, Moxley got seriously injured. I mean, it was so damn clear. So when Fenix did hit his big driver, which was meant to be a kick out, Moxley didn't move, because quite clearly he told the referee, look man, I can't continue, just do the 3. Now trying to convey this stuff mid-match, especially when you know what the ending is supposed to be, is so damn hard. So Fenix hit another driver, and he did beat him. Now look, this sent the crowd absolutely crazy, as did I, because nobody thought it was going to happen, and it wasn't meant to either. But the ups don't matter, the downs don't matter, wrestling don't matter. All that matters is that Jon Moxley is okay. Now apparently it's been reported after the fact he's had a minor concussion. What does that mean right now? Look at someone like Adam Cole, who apparently had a minor concussion. I just want him to be okay, healthy, positive thoughts with him. But I'm still of the mindset that when somebody does go down like this, just stop the match entirely. We all know what the deal is. The magic wall has been broken. I just get very worried about people's well-being. And I understand the wrestlers would be pissed off. Sometimes you just got to take charge. Although I get it's not as easy as that. So once again, no ups, no downs, it doesn't matter. I hope Jon Moxley is okay. And now look, maybe we can do something amazing with Fenix in the international title. Not like he's a bad wrestler. And maybe we should give Jon some holiday, some much deserved holiday, some time off. Let him rest, let him relax. When he comes back, he'll still be the hero that he always is. Joe then responded to MJF and said that he's actually taking home the championship, so somebody is lying. When we got to Soraya versus Toni Storm for the AEW women's title, and this rule too. Now a huge reason is because we've gone all in with the Storm character and now she has the proper entrance. I was like, man, I am loving it. Also in the ring, she's totally crazy. Like Ruby Soho was trying to help out Best Bud Saraya. So at one point Storm got the shoe, he was just smacking everybody and she was getting smacked. Referee didn't seem to care about any of this. I suppose he's Dr. Robotnik. He wants chaos. We also made sure that we exposed Tina the Turnbuckle, which was going to tie into the finish. But otherwise, we took all the things the Outcast had been doing and we turned the tide on Toni Storm. Like at one point, she was going to use the spray paint. Ruby Soho stopped her, which led to the nightcap. And Toni Storm kicked out a 2-1-2-0. Saraya then also thought about smashing her former buddy's head into Tina the Turnbuckle. Was like, no, I can't do it. But using a spray paint can was fine. But Toni used this hesitation. She kissed Soraya as some kind of mega distraction, and she hit the Storm Zero for another false finish. I admit I totally bought it. It then all came full circle. Of course, Tina had been exposed. So when Toni Storm went for the sweet cheek music, Soraya got out of the way. It meant Storm threw herself into the exposed buckle. That's when Soraya hit the nightcap. Did she hit it earlier or there? I can't remember. It's been a very crazy morning. The point is, she got the 1-2-3, and she's still your champion. Now, that's perfectly fine, but I can't lie. When I searched my feelings, the only thing that would have made this better, Toni Storm being the damn champ. It also means the Outcasts are probably totally finished, which was the right call, and we essentially used this to, tie everything we had seen in. This was really pretty damn good. Another one you should watch up. When MJF did it again, like flubbing Britney Spears. Because during his entrance, he had an amazing callback from a very famous Bret Hart promo from the 90s. And what we did here may have been better still. Because he did have a kid who goes, oh my gosh, it's MJF. He turns around, he gives him the scarf, and he whispers something in the child's ear. And as soon as Friedman had left, the kid went to his dad, I'm adopted, and I laughed out loud. So here's the deal, my friends. MJF is all time. I mean it. I know he's got a long way to go, but he ain't gonna get any worse, is he? The man has arrived. It is the same for Samoa Joe too. He's an all-time legend, and this main event was flubbing outstanding. MJF also went for the dive at one point, but Samoa Joe just absolutely murked him before he threw him through a table and hit a power driver on the exposed floor. Once again, the official was like, no, I see nothing wrong with this. Referees are crazy. This then brought a bunch of doctors out going, oh my gosh, he's in trouble, which I suppose he was, but he still spat right in Samoa Joe's face, which is when, later on, Joe hit him with the muscle buster, and my gosh, this was the best 1-2 on the entire show. I totally bought it. I thought Samoa Joe was a champ. Now, the real worrying thing is that after this, Samoa did lock on the choke, which was when Adam Cole ran out to help his friend, but when he kind of landed off the rampway, I swear he tweaked his leg or his knee for real because he started limping like crazy. So once again, I hope he is okay. That man has been through enough. Once again, pulled out an incredible finish here as well though, because MJF did do exactly like he had promised, because he got Samoa Joe in the choke, which is when Adam Cole passed him a rope. So the in cahoots, this was a massive ruse, and he started to strangle Samoa Joe with this weapon, I suppose, but the referee couldn't see it deliberately, which meant eventually Samoa Joe had to pass out because otherwise he's gonna die. Now, we don't usually do this with in-ring competition, but you have to bring down the crime counter. Again, if he had been left in this move any longer, he wouldn't be with us anymore. Add it up by 1. It was slow down smart though, because Maxwell did exactly what he said he was gonna do. He choked out Samoa Joe, but he also cheated. Why did he cheat? Because he's a scumbag. He's told us that, but he's our scumbag. I think this character could become great. Obviously, as already mentioned too, Adam Cole was completely complicit in this, so you have to keep an eye on it. And the aftermath was interesting, because Joe pushed Adam Cole out the way, but he did shake MJF's hand. So once again, it was a night of 1,000 handshakes, but I suppose that was to endorse the dude. And yes, soon, either MJF is going to turn on Adam Cole, or Adam Cole is going to turn on MJF. But on this night, well, I'm just gonna do it. I'm having a good old time. I've kind of shortchanged you today, so I'll make sure we do set the comments crazy. This one too doesn't just get an up, it gets a golden up. It made me feel warm and fuzzy in my tum-tum. We also saw the fact that Maxwell Jacob Friedman's parents were in the crowd, so I just want to give them a salute too, because they were very nice to me when I saw them backstage at All In, so that's a couple of thumbs. I really appreciated it. And otherwise, the Grand Slam gets an up overall. Now, please get in the comments and let me know your thoughts. Like the video, share the video, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. Once again, I am sorry for this very bodge episode of Ups and Downs. I'm doing what I can because YouTube never dies, although one day I will die because of it. Is that irony? I think so. Goodbye, Alanis Morissette. See you soon.